Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode number 27 of NWA Chicago. It should be another fantastic show as we are in Monday, week 2 of January, with NWA Main Event Showcase, our first episode outside of Chicago. So this should be something very special. I put together what I think is a pretty decent show. It's not great, I'll admit, but it's really not good. It's overall going to be a pretty solid show. I expect it to be somewhat middle of the road, but it will definitely be entertaining. So, let's start it. In a poor pre-show match, Brian Pillman Jr. and the Von Erichs defeated Tyler Bate and Argenis and Magnus in 15:44 when Brian Pillman Jr. defeated Magnus by submission. 44D for the match. Argenis really stood out in the match to me, so did Tyler Bate, and Brian Pillman Jr. did not perform to what I'd hoped he would perform to, but still not a terrible match from anyone, to say the least. And now we move on to the main show. Danielle and Taji Ishimori come to the ring to start the show, and Danielle says, "Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your warm welcome of myself and my client, Taji Ishimori." Taji is very excited to get back in the NWA Chicago ring and quickly win championship gold. However, tonight is not about Taji. Tonight is about my newest client. I've been searching for the best talents in wrestling to represent, and I have found the best woman on the planet. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my new client, Io Shirai. So we brought in Io Shirai to NWA Chicago because we did start this mod before she had signed with the WWE, a 39D- for Danielle introducing Io Shirai. We're getting Danielle a little bit more over so that her promos mean more because she's really good on the microphone. It's just her overness is what's been holding her back. So we're going to try to get her out there more, get her more over, because I really do think Danielle is a fantastic manager in this game. In a poor match, Io Shirai defeated Scarlett Bordeaux in 11:57 by pinfall with, I'm not even going to try to pronounce her finisher's name. Io Shirai was really off her game, but still performed with 39, only a 25 from Scarlett Bordeaux. I'm not really sure why Bordeaux didn't perform very well, but it was still solid nonetheless from Io Shirai. She carried the match. Match got the crowd hotter, a 35E+. Not terrible, but not great. A video of Tenille Dashwood plays in which she says that Toni Storm is not on her level and she will not face Toni Storm next. She will face someone more worthy in her next NWA World Women's Championship defense. A 38D-, just a quick segment here. Just an abbreviated interview with Tenille Dashwood. You guys kind of get the notes. I didn't feel like scripting a whole promo because that was basically going to be the gist of it, is that Toni Storm is not on her level and she wants to face someone else for her NWA World Women's Championship. In an extremely short match, Hernandez defeated Argos in 2:34 by pinfall with a border toss. They have great chemistry and it showed in their performances. 39D-, a 29 for Argos, and a 41 for Hernandez. So very much not what I was hoping for Hernandez. It's a squash match, so he's supposed to get a little bit of a boost, and he's only performing at a 41. So this storyline, it appears, may be slowly falling apart before my eyes because no one is performing the way I had hoped they would. But regardless, we continue on with the show. Nick Aldis is shown walking backstage when he runs into Cologne. And Cologne says, Whoa. Slow down there, hombre. I have business to discuss with you." And Aldis says, "I don't believe we do. I have no business with you or your gang of thugs. I would appreciate if you left me alone." Aldis begins to walk away when Cologne stops him. He kind of like puts his hand on his chest to stop him. And Cologne says, "I wouldn't do that if I were you. The man I work for is very powerful. He's someone you don't want to upset in this business. So I suggest you listen to me carefully." Aldis pushes Cologne to the floor, and he says, "No, I suggest you listen to me. Leave me out of your business. I have no interest. And next time, I will not tell you as politely." Aldis walks away. So this got a 59C. I'm happy with the way this one turned out. And just trying to branch out the Sangre del Mal storyline a little bit more. Not exactly sure. This was actually a spur of the moment story. addition to the storyline was Nick Aldis. I'm not really sure where it's going to go, but I will have the destination soon. 59C, we move on to the next segment. In about that, a decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. Pete Dunne defeated Reyes in 10:48 by pinfall with a dead drop. 49D+ for the match. They have pretty good chemistry and lifted their match. Reyes seemed off his game. Reyes performed to a 45, Pete Dunne to a 44. So I'm liking that Pete Dunne is definitely improving in his performances because he is someone, as I've said multiple times before, I see as a major player for our company down the line. So seeing him improving a lot is really, really good to me. So good match there. 49D+, next segment. A graphic is shown announcing that Cody Rhodes will defend his NWA World Heavyweight Championship against CMLL's Mystico 2 in 2 weeks on NWA Main Event Showcase. 57C-, so just a nice little announcement there of Cody Rhodes defending his title, and I cannot wait for that match. That match should be a barn burner between the two. We cut backstage where Sami Callihan is shown in the boiler room of the arena, and Callihan says, NWA Chicago, the budding little indie that could. All everyone is talking about is how great NWA Chicago is. But you know what NWA Chicago didn't have? A draw. You add Sami Callihan to the mix, and you have yourself a bona fide draw, a star. And that draw, in his first night in the company, outlasted 19 other top-tier wrestlers to earn a championship match. Wow. That's incredible to think about. But who's surprised? Who's surprised that Sami Callihan has only been here for one match and already beaten over half the roster? Who's surprised Sami Callihan is headlining the second biggest show of the year 9 months before it happens? Not a damn person, because Sami Callihan is the best goddamn wrestler on God's green earth. Callihan pushes the camera down and walks away. A 51D+ there for Sami Callihan. Sami Callihan speaks. It is his first promo on NWA Chicago after he won the Chicago Street War as a non-NWA Chicago entrant. And we're building him up week by week before he headlines All In 2, presumably against Cody Rhodes at this point. But a very good promo here. Happy with it. Bravo, Mr. Callihan. In a decent match, the Lucha Brothers defeated Odinson and Pero in 15:36 when Phoenix defeated Pero by pinfall with a Spanish fly. The Lucha Brothers make defense number 1 of their NWA World Tag Team titles. Pero was the weak link, performing to only a 33. Odinson got a 46, so I'm very happy with Odinson there. And then obviously Phoenix and Pentagon Jr. performed very, very well. A 66C+, so I wanted to do this match to kind of have Odinson and Pero rub elbows with one of the top tag teams in the world, the Lucha Brothers, as well as get them a title defense early in this month so that I can focus on a couple other storylines as opposed to building the Lucha Brothers storyline that is coming for their next title defense. So this was kind of a throwaway match, but also something that's really cool, especially in our first match outside of the NWA arena, as this one is being held in Texas, so right near the border, the Lucha Brothers, I thought it would be too great of a match not to do. The mysterious figure is back once again in his throne. He delivers another cryptic promo about truth, and he ends by saying that he will be at NWA Chicago next week with other real wrestlers. 63C, so we have the introduction of possibly a new stable coming to NWA Chicago with this strange, mysterious man as their leader. Who will it be? You have to tune in next week to find out. Drop a comment again letting me know who you think it is. In a decent match, Matt Cross defeated Psycho Clown in 12:51 by pinfall with a shooting star press. Matt Cross makes defense number 1 of his NWA World Television title. 52 from Cross, a 45 from Psycho Clown, 53C-. I actually don't think this is Psycho Clown's last appearance. I was about to say this is Psycho Clown's last appearance, but I think I actually have him for 3, so he should have 1 more. But once again, this was just we're close to the Mexico and U.S. border. Psycho Clown should be somewhat over here. Oh no, that would have been the Southwest. I'm in the Mid-South region. The Southwest definitely would have been where to put him. I'm surprised that Texas isn't really considered in the Southwest region. I can see why it's not, but you'd think it would be. But yeah, a very good match gets Matt Cross defense number 1 of his title, and that was the main purpose here, as we go into his post-match promo, in which Cross says, "Damn, do I love this company. I've loved each and every NWA Chicago show I've been a part of, and I'm so proud to be the World Television Champion. And I want this belt to mean something. It's not an accessory to me like it was to Cologne. It's not just a piece of gold. To me, this title is precious. So every week, I'll be defending this title like it was meant to be. This win over Psycho Clown is just the first. You mark my words. Just the first of many." 45D, Matt Cross, with his impassioned promo, ends us on a high note. So for the show, I know it was not my best show by far. However, we did have a lot of good segments. We had the Mysterious promo. That was a good segment that will definitely help our rating, as well as the Lucha Brothers tag team title match. So I'm actually going to say this show was also a C-. Part of me wanted to say a D+, but a C- because we had that Lucha Brothers match, and that was just a very influential part of this show. So what did we get? We got a C-, 53 C-. Ross Von Erich was slightly overused. I used Brian Pillman Jr. far too much. Marshall Von Erich was slightly overused. Magnus was slightly overused. All of them were on the pre-show, so those aren't really legitimate gripes, but it increased our popularity in 18 regions. Now let's see what we got on television. Alright, so that episode of NWA Main Event Showcase was not held in the NWA Arena. It was held in the Don Sanders Stadium in the Mid-South region. That was in Texas. The show got a 53 C- in front of 1,164 fans, a sellout crowd at the Don Sanders Stadium. And on television, we got a .08, that is 63,080 viewers. And we're at this screen instead of the normal screens because NWA Chicago is being taped on Monday and shown on Tuesdays now. So I wanted to keep that consistency with the show being shown on Tuesdays. But we are filming on Mondays because our champion is not available to work on Tuesdays. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in episode number 28 for another great episode of NWA Chicago.